أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هل أتاك حديث ضيف إبراهيم المكرمين إذ دخلوا عليه فقالوا سلاما قال سلام قوم منكرون فراغ إلى أهله فجاء بعجل سمين فقربه إليهم قال ألا تأكلون فأوجس منهم خيفة قالوا لا تخف وبشروه بغلام عليم فأقبلت امرأته في صرة فصكت وجهها وقالت عجوز عقيم قالوا كذلك قال ربك إنه هو الحكيم العليم. So let us inshallah look at the translation, these few verses. هل أتاك حديث ضيف إبراهيم المكرمين? Has the story reached you of the honored guests, three angels meaning Jibreel along with another two of Ibrahim, Abraham. إذ دخلوا عليه فقالوا سلاما قال سلام قوم منكرون. When they came to him and said Salam, peace be upon you, he answered Salam, peace be upon you, and said, your people are unknown to me. فراغ إلى أهله فجاء بعجل سمين. Then he turned to his household and brought out a roasted calf, as the property of Ibrahim alayhi salam was mainly cows. فقربه, meaning he placed it near Ibrahim salam presented this. قال لا تأكلون, will you not eat? فأوجس منهم خيفة, then he conceived fear, because when they did not eat this, he started to fear and panic. قالوا لا تخف, they said fear not, and they gave him glad tidings of a son. وبشروه بغلام عليم, about Allah and His religion of true monotheism. So the glad tidings of a son was given to him. فأقبلت امرأته في صرة فصكت وجهها وقالت عجوز عقيم. Then his wife came forward with a loud voice. She smote her faith, meaning she started to say, a barren old lady, meaning old woman, how can this be possible? قالوا كذلك, they said, even so your lords, meaning even so says your Lord, verily he is all wise, all knowing. إنه هو الحكيم العليم. So this is in regards to the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, when two angels they came, or three angels they came in the presence of Ibrahim alayhi salam. And now what happened is that Ibrahim alayhi salam, as always, he used to be very hospitable to his guests. So in honor, Ibrahim alayhi salam did not know, when these three persons came. So he presented some meat or whatever to this guest, and they rejected straight away. We don't eat, as we all know the angels don't eat. So now Ibrahim alayhi salam started to think to himself, there's something wrong here. He started to panic. So هل أتاك حديث ضيف إبراهيم المكرمين? Has the story reached you of the honored guests of Ibrahim? إذ دخلوا عليه فقالوا سلاما قال السلام. When they came to him and said salam, and he said assalam, meaning assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So إذا حييتم بتحية فحيوا بأحسن منها وردوها. When you're greeted with a greeting a return which is better than it, or return it equally. So the friend of Allah chose a better reply in return for the greeting, implementing Allah's command, reciprocating the greeting with the term salamun is stronger than the greeting of salaman. The three angels were Jibreel, Mikael and Israfil, that came to Ibrahim alayhi salam in image of a handsome, young, wonderful, graceful man. This is why Ibrahim said, قَوْمٌ مُنْكَرُونَ. Why are you people so unknown to me? Allah the Exalted said, فَرَاغَ إِلَى أَهْلِهِ. Then he turned to his household. Ibrahim discreetly went inside in haste. فَجَاءَ بِعِجْلٍ سَمِينٍ, and brought out a roasted calf from the best of his menu. And in another ayah, Allah says, and he asked them to entertain them with a roasted calf, meaning roasted on hot coals. فَقَرَّبَهُ إِلَيْهِمْ, and he placed it before them, brought it close to them. قَالَ أَلَا تَأْكُلُونَ, saying, will you not eat? Ibrahim said this in a polite way and meaning in a kind statement to his guests, and surely this ayah indicates proper manners for honoring guests, for he brought the food to his guests quickly, while they were unaware that he was being prepared for them. He did not first mention this favor to them by saying, will we make food for you? Or rather, he discreetly had it prepared and placed before them. He prepared the best kind of food he had, a young fat roasted calf. He did not place the food far from them and invite them to come close to eat it. Rather, he placed it close to them and refrained from ordering them to eat. Instead, he invited them using a kind and subtle invitation. أَلَا تَأْكُلُونَ, will you not eat? This statement is similar to the one of saying to a guest that would you be kind and generous to do such and such. Allah the Exalted said, فَأَوْجَسَ مِنْهُمْ خِيفَةً, then he conceived fear for them, meaning fear of them. This ayah is explained by Allah's statement, فَلَمَّا رَأَى أَيْدِيَهُمْ لَا تَصِلُ إِلَيْهِ نَكِرَهُمْ وَأَوْجَسَ مِنْهُمْ خِيفَةً قالوا لا تخف إنا أرسلنا إلى قوم لوط وامرأته قائمة فضحكت. But when he saw their hands, meaning their hands went not towards it, he mistrusted them and felt a sense of fear of them. They said, fear not, we had been sent against the people of Lut. And his wife was standing there and she laughed, meaning she was glad that the people of Lut would be destroyed on account of the rebellion and transgression against Allah Exalted. This is when the angels delivered the good news to her of a son, Ishaq, and Yaqub after Ishaq. She said, woe unto me, shall I bear a child while I am an old woman, and here is my husband and an old man? For this is a strange thing. They said, do you wonder at the decree of Allah, the mercy of Allah and His blessings upon you, O family of the house? Surely He, Allah, is all praiseworthy, all glorious. They said, fear not. وَبَشَّرُوهُ بِغُلَامٍ عَلِيمٍ, and they gave him glad tidings of a son having knowledge. This news was as good to Ibrahim as it was to his wife, for this son would be theirs, and therefore they both were getting some good news. Allah the Exalted said, فَأَقْبَلَتِ امْرَأَتُهُ فِي صَرْوَةٍ, then his wife came forward with a loud voice, and she screamed loudly, according to Ibn Abbas, Mujahid, Ikrama, Abu Saleh, Ad-Dahaq, Zayd bin Aslam, Al-Thawri, and Asurdi. She said when she shouted, Ya waylata, oh woe unto me. Then said she smote her face, meaning she struck herself upon her forehead, according to Mujahid and Ibn Saridun, like in shock and amazement. Ibn Abbas said she smacked her face just as women do when confronted with the amazing thing. وَقَالَتْ عَجُوزٌ عَقِيمٌ, he said, a barren old woman, meaning how can I give birth while I am old woman? And even when I was young, I was barren and could not have children. قالوا كذلك قال ربك إنه هو الحكيم العليم. They said, even so says your Lord, verily He is the old wise, the old knower, meaning He is knower of all of the honor that you is worthy of, and He is the most wise in His statement and decision. قال فما خطبكم أيها المرسلون, Ibrahim said, then for what purpose you have come, O messengers? قالوا إنا أرسلنا إلى قوم مجرمين. They said, we have been sent to a people who are criminals. لنرسل عليهم حجارة من طين, to send down upon them stones of clay. مسومة عند ربك للمسرفين, marked by a Lord for transgressors. فأخرجنا من كان فيها من المؤمنين. So we brought out from therein the believers, meaning we took out from them the believers. فما وجدنا فيها غير بيت من المسلمين, but we found not any household of the Muslims except one. وتركنا فيها آية للذين يخافون العذاب الأليم, and we have left there a sign for those who fear the painful torment. So the angels were sent down to destroy the people of Lut. Allah the Exalted said about Ibrahim, peace be upon him, فَلَمَّا ذَهَبَ عَنْ إِبْرَاهِيمَ الرَّوْعُ وَجَاءَتْهُ الْبُشْرَى يُجَادِلُنَا فِي قَوْمِ لُوطٍ إِنَّ إِبْرَاهِيمَ لَحَلِيمٌ أَوَّاهٌ مُنِيبٌ يا إبراهيم أعرض عن هذا إنه قد جاء أمر ربك وإنهم آتيهم عذاب غير مردود. Then when the fear had gone away from Ibrahim and the glad tidings had reached him, I began to plead with us for the people of Lut. Verily Ibrahim was without doubt forbearing, used to invoke Allah with humility, and was repentant. O Ibrahim, forsake this. Indeed the command of your Lord has gone forth. Verily there will come a torment for them which cannot be turned back. So إنهم عذاب غير مردود. Allah said to him, قال فما خطبكم أيها المرسلون. Ibrahim said, then fear what, meaning that what is the purpose of you coming here, messengers? Meaning what is the mission that you are sent with? قالوا إنا أرسلنا إلى قوم مجرمين. They said we have been sent to people who are criminals, meaning in reference to the people of Lut. لنرسل عليهم حجارة من طين, to send down upon them the stones, baked clay, marked or written. عند ربك للمسرفين, by your Lord for transgressors, meaning recorded with Allah to the names. Each stone has the name of its companion. Allah said in Surah Al-Kabut, قال إن فيها لوطا قالوا نحن أعلم بمن فيها لننجينه وأهله إلا امرأته كانت من الغابرين. Ibrahim said, but there is Lut in it. They said, we know better who is there. We will verily save him and his family except his wife. She will be one of those who remain behind. And said, فَأَخْرَجْنَا مَنْ كَانَ فِيهَا مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, and said here, and we brought out therein the believers. There, Lut and his family except his wife. وَمَا وَجَدْنَا فِيهَا غَيْرَ بَيْتٍ مِّنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ, but we found not there any household of the Muslims except one. Allah the Exalted said, وَتَرَكْنَا فِيهَا آيَةً لِلَّذِينَ يَخَافُونَ الْعَذَابَ الْأَلِيمَ, and we have left there a sign for those who fear the painful torment, meaning we left a proof of the punishment, torment and stones made of sijil, baked clay, that we sent on them. We made the dwelling place of putrid, evil, Dead Sea. This should provide a lesson for the believers. لِلَّذِينَ يَخَافُونَ الْعَذَابَ الْأَلِيمَ, for those who fear the painful torment. وفي موسى إذ أرسلناه إلى فرعون بسلطان مبين. The surah continues, and in Musa when we sent him to Fir'aun with a manifest authority. فتولى بركنه وقال ساحر أو مجنون, but he turned away along with his hosts That is sihr. وقال سحر أو مجنون, meaning a sorcerer or a madman. فأخذناه وجنوده فنبذناهم في اليم وهو مليم. So we took him and his armies and dumped them into the sea, for he was blameworthy. وفي عاد إذ أرسلنا عليهم الريح الأقيم. And in Ad we sent against them the barren wind. ما تذر من شيء أتت عليه إلا جعلته كالرميم. It spared nothing that it reached, but it blew it into broken spreads of rotten ruins. جعلته كالرميم. وفي ثمود إذ قيل لهم تمتعوا حتى حين. And in Thamud, when they were told, enjoy yourselves for a while. فعتوا عن أمر ربهم فأخذتهم الصاعقة وهم ينظرون. But they insolently defied the command of the Lord. So the sa'iqah, meaning the punishment, overtook them while they were looking. فما استطاعوا من قيام وما كانوا منتصرين. Then they were unable to rise up, nor could they help themselves. وقوم نوح من قبل. So were the people of the Nuh before them. إنهم كانوا قوما فاسقين. But indeed they were the people who were rebellious. So this is in regards to the destruction of Fir'aun, Ad, Thamud, and the people of Nuh. Allah the Exalted said, وَفِي مُوسَى إِذْ أَرْسَلْنَاهُ إِلَى فِرْعَوْنَ بِسُلْطَانٍ مُبِينٍ. And in Musa, when we sent to him, meaning when sent him to Fir'aun with a manifest authority, meaning with clear proof and plain evidence. فَتَوَلَّى بِرُكْنِهِ. But he turned away along with his hosts, meaning in rebellion and arrogance. Fir'aun turned away from the plain truth that Musa alayhi was sent with. ثاني عطفه ليضل عن سبيله, bending his neck in pride and leading others too far astray from the path of Allah, meaning turning away from truth in arrogance. وقال ساحر أو مجنون, and said sorcerer or a madman, meaning Pharaoh said to Musa, with regards to the message that you brought me, you're either a magician or a madman. Allah the Exalted replied, فَأَخَذْنَاهُ وَجُنُودَهُ فَنَبَذْنَاهُمْ. So we took him and his armies and dumped them, meaning we threw them. فِي الْيَمْ, in the yam, meaning into the sea. وَهُوَ مُلِيمٌ, for he was blameworthy. Mulim means blameworthy. Meaning Pharaoh was denying, meaning he's a sinner and a stubborn disbeliever, worthy of blame. Allah the Exalted, the Most Honored, said, وَفِي عَاد, and in Ad, إِذْ أَرْسَلْنَا عَلَيْهِمُ الرِّيحَ الْأَقِيمَ. We sent against them the barren wind that destroys everything and produces nothing. So فِي عَادٍ إِذْ أَرْسَلْنَا عَلَيْهِمُ الرِّيحَ, rih means wind, and a barren wind, meaning a wind that destroys everything, doesn't leave anything behind. This was said by Ad-Dhahhak, Qatada, and others. Allah's statement, ما تذر من شيء أتت عليه. It spared nothing that it reached, meaning everything that the wind could destroy, it destroyed. إنا جعلناه كالرميم, but blew it into broken spreads of rotten ruins. كالرميم. Meaning made it just like a rotten, meaning completely destroyed it. Sayyid bin Musayyib and others commented, إِذْ أَرْسَلْنَا عَلَيْهِمُ الرِّيحَ الْأَقِيمَ. We sent against them the barren wind, southerly winds. However, there is a hadith in the Sahih from Shu'bah bin al-Hakam, from Mujahid, from Ibn Abbas, who said that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Nusirtu Sabah, I have been made victorious with the Sabah, with the easterly wind, and the people of Ad were destroyed with the westerly wind. Allah saying, أَفِي ثَمُودَ إِذْ قِيلَ لَهُمْ تَمَتَّعُوا حَتَّى حِينٍ. And in Thamud, when they were told, enjoy yourselves for a while. It's just as it's said in another ayah, وَأَمَّا ثَمُودُ فَهَدَيْنَاهُمْ فَاسْتَحَبُّوا الْعَمَى عَلَى الْهُدَى فَأَخَذَتْهُمُ الصَّاعِقَةُ الْعَذَابِ الْهُونِ. And as for Thamud, we guided them to the path of truth, but they preferred blindness to guidance. So the sa'iqah, meaning punishment, disgracing torment, seized them. Allah said, وفي ثمود إذ قيل لهم تمتعوا حتى حين فأتوا عن أمر ربهم فأخذتهم الصاعقة وهم ينظرون. And in Thamud, when they were told, enjoy yourselves for a while, but they instantly defied the command of Allah. The Lord, so the cycle overtook them while they were looking. Thamud were given a respite for 3 days, during which they await the torment. In the early morning of the 4th day, the torment overtook them. فَمَا اسْتَطَاعُوا مِنْ قِيَامٍ, and they were not able to rise up. They were unable to escape and run away from it. وَمَا كَانُوا مُنْتَصِرِينَ, nor could they get themselves meaning help from anyone. So they were not helped in regards to this matter, nor could they save themselves from the torment that befall them, meaning that came to them. Allah the Exalted, the Most Honored, said, وَقَوْمَ نُوحٍ مِّن قَبْلِ, so were the people of Nuh before them, meaning we destroyed the people of Nuh before these people, meaning Fir'aun, Ad and Thamud. إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا قَوْمًا فَاسِقِينَ, believe they were people who were rebellious, meaning we mentioned these stories in detail before the tafsir of many other surahs as well. وَالسَّمَاءَ بَنَيْنَاهَا بِأَيْدٍ وَإِنَّا لَمُوسِعُونَ, with hands we constructed the heaven, well, verily we are able to expand the vastness of space thereof. وَالْأَرْضَ فَرَشْنَاهَا فَنِعْمَ الْمَاهِدُونَ, and we have made the earth a farish, meaning like a bedding. How excellent spreader thereof are we. وَمِن كُلِّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقْنَا زَوْجَيْنِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَذَكَّرُونَ, and of everything we have created pairs that you may remember. فَفِرُّوا إِلَى اللَّهِ فَفِرُّوا إِلَى اللَّهِ فَفِرُّوا إِلَى اللَّهِ, so flee to Allah, so flee to Allah. إِنِّي لَكُمْ مِنْهُ نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ, verily I am plain warner to you from him. So every prophet, every Nabi that came, they came with the same message, that إِنِّي لَكُمْ نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ إِنِّي لَكُمْ نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ, I am a plain warner to you, and I am plain warner to you. But people, they rejected and they actually slandered the prophets and also killed so many of the prophets. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed many of the previous nations. وَلَا تَجْعَلُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ إِلَهًا آخَرَ إِنِّي لَكُمْ مِنْهُ نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ, and we send not up any other God along with Allah, verily آخر لكم منه نذير مبين, I am a plain warner to you from him. And Allah reminds us of the creating of the higher lower worlds. وَالسَّمَاءَ بَنَيْنَاهَا, we constructed the heavens, meaning we made it a high roof protected from falling, with hands, meaning with strength, according to Abdullah ibn Abbas, Mujahid, Qatada, Athawri, and several others. وَإِنَّا لَمُوسِعُونَ, verily we were able to extend the vastness of space thereof, meaning we made it vast and we brought its roof higher without pillars to support it, and thus it is hanging independently. وَالْأَرْضَ فَرَشْنَاهَا, and we have made the earth a farish, meaning we have made it a resting place for the creation. فَنِعْمَ الْمَاهِدُونَ, how excellent spreader thereof are we, meaning we spread it for its inhabitants. أَمِن كُلِّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقْنَا زَوْجَيْنِ, and of everything we created pairs, meaning all the creation are in pairs. The heaven and earth, night and day, sun and moon, land and sea, light and darkness, faith and disbelief, death and life, misery and happiness, paradise and fire, in addition to the animals and plants. The statement of Allah the Exalted is لَعَلَّكُمْ تَذَكَّرُونَ, that you may remember. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَذَكَّرُونَ, that you may remember and know that the Creator Allah is one without partners. فَفِرُّوا إِلَى اللَّهِ, so flee to Allah, meaning seek shelter with Him and trust Him in all your affairs. إِنِّي لَكُمْ مِنْهُ نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ وَلَا تَجْعَلُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ إِلَهًا آخَرَ, verily I am a plain warner to you from him, and set not up any other gods besides, meaning only along with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إِنِّي لَكُمْ مِنْهُ نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ, verily I am a plain warner to you from him. So inshallah ta'ala will continue with the next section of the last final few ayats of the Quran, of the surah, inshallah ta'ala, Surah Al-Dhariyat. So stay tuned and continue listening to Radio Seerah on 1575 AM. This was the Tafseer of Surah Dhariya, and inshallah ta'ala will continue another time. Jazakallah for listening, and I hope it was of benefit to the respected listeners of Radio Seerah. You can, of course, listen to us on 1575 AM on DAB digital and online as well. Jazakallah for listening. If you've got any feedback, please text on 07305 828531. That's 07305 828531. Jazakallah for listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
عنهما أن أبو هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه